Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on cryptocurrencies as usual. So the recent performance in April, as you can see, market is showing tail closing. So market has closed right at the lows of the month, which is a moderate bearish sign. So also the monthly chart in general, you could see failure attempt to pass through the yearly pivot point. So market has tested this, calling around this area around 48. And by the April has dropped lower. So in general it confirms existence of the bearish sentiment in general. So if you have read monthly report that we have prepared for the April, you probably understand the reasons for that, and in general different statistics as sentiment analysis from the Glassnode, as Arcane research, so other analysis, everybody points on some not depressed, but some despair view currently with no significant activity on the market by far. And in general, in the strategical perspective, we suggest that many things will depend on whether Bitcoin will be able to break the link with the stock market. Because we expect bad times for stock market in the nearest future. Within the 2-3 months, downside action could accelerate by general situation in United States economy. So those of you who have read our reports this week for the gold market, for Forex market, you probably understand what I'm talking about. In 2 words speaking, the United States currently has no other source of the capital inflows, because there will be no capital from the Japan. Its trading balance right now stands at the 0 account. Current account is coming to 0. The same in Europe, and it means that no external investors will be. Simultaneously, market is and the Fed Reserve is turning to the drawing of the liquidity out of the markets with starting quantitative tightening and rising of the interest rates. So it's already makes impacts on the economy. The households who have accumulated approximately $1.5 trillion during the pandemic due to the different support measures from the government already have spent most all of them. It's just 3/4 have been spent already. And that was a background for more or less significant consumption in the previous month. Now it will be really problems with the supporting of the growing market and the stock market. And also you could see even with the positive reaction of the banks and some high-tech companies, S&P has dropped miserably in April. So it seems that the problems are accumulating gradually. And for Bitcoin, it is critical to break this relation before when the situation turns to the nosedive on the stock market. If this relation will not be broken, we could see the same performance on the Bitcoin as well. That is a major strategical risk that we have currently. Speaking on the short-term perspective, so here we have said about this bar. On the weekly chart, unfortunately, it's nothing to please for the bulls. Please to the bulls, because you can see in April we also haven't got, and last week we haven't got the grubber. So that was at least some hope for the bulls that maybe if market forms the grubber, it at least provide some bullish signal with the hope that it will at least shows the more or less pullback for 3,000-4,000 maybe to the upside. But even this hope has been denied, as actually closed and lows the previous week was above the MACD line. So it means that we do not have grubber on the weekly chart. On the lower time frame, I do not see something really interesting on the daily and 4-hour time frame chart. Here, as you can see, gradual downside action. The setup on Thursday that we discussed with the Gartner's triple to sell, and the idea of the support around 37 area has worked nice. It's just because market indeed has dropped back to the trend line. Now we're showing minor pullback. but we suggest that it might be really short-term, temporal, just for a couple of sessions. Just take a look on the 4 time frame chart. Nothing has changed, so market still stands in this triangle forming the divergence, which we suggest that it might be even the bearish sign. Although by the classical approach, this should be bullish, because divergence with the MACD suggests supposedly upward direction, but it also could indicate the bearish dynamic pressure, just because trend stands bullish, but price action is not. It means that the bearish pressure is rising. And in the current fundamental background, this explanation looks more reasonable. Besides, we expect that Fed comments will be more hawkish. This time, it's just because based on recent statistics, it's a really critical situation currently in the economy, and they will have to take some more drastic steps. Maybe they announced faster cleaning of the balance sheet from the Fed. Maybe the pace of the bond buying will be faster. I do not know what they decide, but something they should say about the current situation, and that should make them pressure on the stock market as well. From that standpoint, the setup that we could consider on hourly chart actually repeat the one that we already have traded last week. So that was the confluence this market has created and starts pretty nice, reaching the long-term support in this daily line. As we discussed, now the situation could repeat. So currently you can see potentially the same ABC retracement might happen. Here we have one confluence once again, 39.25, 39.58, 39.60. And take a look, 39.74 approximately. This is the XOP 1618 extension of this ABC bottom inner pattern, inner ABCD. So that might be the background for considering taking the short position. If you would like to, you could use this scenario for trading. Speaking on the bullish side, currently, guys, as previously, we do not see yet the ready for investment background. So, and we think that currently it's a bit too early for decision to investing in Bitcoin for the long term. So that's what we see currently here.